Welcome to this special package, this special program on Here&There platform, where we do what we call exclusive interviews for people who are doing things that need to be celebrated in the country. We talk about ministers of God, we talk of politicians, we talk of individuals, corporate people who are into one thing or the other that are making impact in the lives of people. And we have one of such people in the studio with me today. It's a young man who is doing wonders and is an award winner in what he has chosen to do. He's a photographer who has made some marks in photography as a business, as an industry. And of course, he has also uh, received awards. Even in the United Nations, his works had been exhibited there. And I want to thank God for his life. And so join me in welcoming on this platform Aderemi Davis.
Thank you very
Remy,
much, sir.
welcome.
Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you.
It's good to have you on this program,
I'm
and
glad to be here.
it's nice to sit down with you with a celebrity like you, to to discuss.
It's an honor to be here,
Uh,
sir. Thank you
Thanks
for
so
the kind
much.
words, sir.
I like what you do. Now, there's this exhibition that is coming up,
Yes, sir.
and that is the reason why I invited you to come on on this platform. You are coming up with an exhibition on the 15th of
16th of December.
16th
Yes.
of December. You
Okay.
tell us what this exhibition is about.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's a documentary. It's a film premiere and exhibition for my latest documentary work, which is titled Bambola, my latest documentary film. It's going to be premiering on the 16th of December at the National Museum of Unity at Leshinloye, Ibadan. And that's the global premiere for that's the first global premiere for the documentary. And of course, there are some, usually my projects are usually both photography and film. So there's also going to be an exhibition of the images from this documentary project. It's one that is very dear to my heart because uh, it's it focuses on plastic pollution, environmental pollution, plastic waste, and the informal sector, the informal waste pickers who collect this plastic waste and feed our growing recycling industry. Plastic waste is a major challenge that the world is grappling with right now, and we need to it's something we should attend to urgently. It's a major challenge that the whole world is grappling with. Now, I discovered that most communities, most residents associations, most people have issues with this set of people, the informal, waste collectors, who we call bambulas. That's their informal name, and so many communities don't want them to come into their estate. A lot of people have issues with them, and I this affects their work, which I believe that we should look into this. Number one, because what they are doing is their own way of surviving, in this environment in Nigeria. It's we all know that there's a whole lot of issues with employment, unemployment, and everything. And so this is their own way of surviving, of making ends meet. And so I feel like nobody deserves to be judged um, by the bad eggs in their in their field. I mean, there are bad eggs everywhere. In government, there are bad politicians. In the civil service, there are bad civil service staffs who would always demand for bribes before they can attend to your issue, to your files. A whole lot of this in the police industry, in the security sector. There are bad police officers who are always asking for bribes and all that. So I think that there are always this is not new. But when we now decide to judge the entirety of a profession in quotes by the bad experiences that we've had with some people who use this profession wrongly, I feel like it is unfair on the people who are honestly doing this work. And this is something I've also gone through personally, growing in my field as a photographer and a filmmaker. There have been a lot of times where we see I have clients who tell me that, they don't have people, they've had bad experiences with photographers who do not deliver their works on time or who disappoint them. And I feel bad when they judge me by that, because this is something that I prioritize. I prioritize delivery, I prioritize professionalism. But because of experiences with some people, yet I have to, some people judge my work by that, and it makes me feel bad. And so that is one that has been a personal experience for me. And seeing what these guys go through in the hands of many people, many times they are harassed, they are beaten, some are even killed, because of these things. And in the end, it may just be an honest guy who is just picking plastic waste or scrap metal.
But let me cut in here. Yeah, you said something. Some of them have been beaten, have been harassed, even in some cases killed.
Yes.
We also know, or we do hear, that these people, some of them now, because like you said, there are bad eggs everywhere. Some of them even steal. Some of them even commit serious crimes.
Yes.
In the name of
this work
they are doing. How do we? What do you think about this? Because people that react, people that treat them shabbily, so to say, have a reason for it because of what maybe some of them have even had bad experiences.
Yes, in the hands of these people. Yes.
We are still coming back to this exhibition. Anyway,
yes, but I want to discuss this.
Because normally, as the writer of the script that you want to exhibit, and the filmmaker, you must have thought of all this before you came up with this idea. And I believe that what you are bringing out is more on the side of these people.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
You want us to see the positive side of what they are doing.
Yes.
But this one that I've just said.
Yes.
How do you react to it?
Now, and that's the uniqueness of the documentary. It's a very balanced narrative. I try to make sure that as much as I wanted to tell the story of these people, tell the story from their angle in terms of, okay, let's hear from them. They are an underrepresented group, and so I decided to use my craft to give them some representation. But as much as I did that, it's still a very balanced documentary in the sense that we definitely understand that yes, it is a fact that a lot of people, or a good number of them, perpetrate a lot of crimes in the guise of this work. And there are even a lot of videos online which I didn't deny that fact. However, my direction is just solution, way forward, okay, balance. Now truly there is how can we have conversations that will steer us towards creating a safe environment for everybody, both for the communities and for the bambolas themselves. Because as we've established that they are negative ones, they are the bad ones who commit crime, we must also understand that they are the ones who honestly do this work. It's their means of survival, it's how they make ends meet, it's how they even take care of their families. And also, it's also important because they are carrying out a very important service to the community, and that is providing, feeding the recycling industry. Because as I said, plastic waste is a major problem in the world, and we keep producing. And unfortunately, in this part of the world, they are even no almost we aren't doing much in terms of creating rule policies, sensitizations on how to manage waste. What are we doing, to deal with this issue? Our recycling, we do less than 15% of the total plastic we consume in Nigeria. Only less than 15% is recycled. And this is the direction that we are looking at in terms of survival, even saving the planet. So these people, many families don't even understand how to separate their waste. Everybody just trashes things anyhow, and so I feel like these guys are actually, they go around the environment, they pick plastic from landfills, whatever, in their own little way. They are reducing plastic waste that is littering everywhere. Yeah, and we all know the effect of this. The landfills, it makes the environment dirty. It causes drainages to be blocked, which it can in turn lead to flooding and all this. So many challenges of plastic waste. So when we have people who are still committed to creating a service, who have seen an opportunity that, okay, we can do this, pick this plastic, supply it to the recycling companies and make a living, we can't just shut down that service in the name of some people do bad things with it.
Even in the profession of law, in the legal profession,
profession,
we have bad elements.
elements. Yes.
Okay. I won't expect to divulge everything from all the things that we are going to see in the exhibition.
Of course, on the film, yes.
But however, I want to ask you, what categories of people are you expecting at the exhibition? How much of involvement are you attracting from government? Because this cannot be done by the people alone.
True.
Government needs to be involved.
True, very
and I think this documentary will also go a long way to sensitizing even the government itself.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about that?
Okay, so that's why the premiere is actually I'm really looking forward to it, because my desire for it is to have a gathering of people from the government, representatives of the government. In time, we've invited some personalities, Commissioner for Environment, Commissioner for Information, and I'm hoping they're able to make it. And send some other
state?
In Oyo State, yes, and then some representative of people, advisors in the government. We're also looking at members of the press to create awareness, because this is not just about the film premiere, it's about creating a movement. It's about creating a general awareness to the public about, okay, what can we do? And then we're also expecting members of some community development associations. We've invited some people, and art enthusiasts, of course. The art community is very vibrant, and art is always communicating, expressing, speaking. Art is a major tool for reformation, for change in the society. So we are expecting some people from the art community as well, and general public, just to, of course, it's a very small, it's a private screening, and it's not open to the public. It's strictly by invitation, but we are hoping that with that, we can have an environment where there are conversations after that can stem from what they see in the documentary, and then we can now, even these bambola themselves, I'm expecting stakeholders also in the recycling industry, the bambolas themselves, some of them, if possible, that they'll be present. We've tried to reach out to them, and it will be an avenue for us to just dialogue, to have conversation. Like, okay, now we've seen, and then the documentary also makes some recommendations in terms of how we can create a win-win situation for everybody, protecting the communities, protecting the bambulas, and then also ensuring continuity of this important service to the community and the larger society. So I'm hoping that when after this document, this premiere can be a platform where we engage this and serious conversations, and then the government especially can go back from there, or these community development associations also can go back and see how they can implement this thing. I know work can do everything, but you start something, and then it's a catalyst, and then hoping that, okay, when from this, what we start here can you know blow and keep growing, expanding to what people can take into their communities, take into their environment, take into their associations, especially the landlord associations, and implement some of these things. What even the bamboo last can pick, what the stakeholders also can pick from this, and I just hope that I can create some value and some impact with this.
I know the exhibition is for a close audience, and which means not for everybody.
It's not general public.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what do you intend to do with the film itself after the exhibition? What follows? We will listen. I also believe, I also assume that even apart from the film that people are going to watch, there will also be opportunities to discuss.
Yes.
Not so?
Yes.
And I also, I think I overheard that you are expecting the Commissioner for Information to be the chief,
to give a keynote address.
speaker,
Yes.
at the event.
At the event.
Okay.
I hope he obliges us
he
that
obliges,
opportunity.
and then I
Yes.
believe if he comes and he comes and he obliges, he's going to be talking for government. in
Yes.
this regard. Now, but what do we do with the film itself? What's your plan for after
The
that
premiere?
What follows? Because
Okay.
this is something that should go viral.
Yes.
The film itself should be useful. You have spoken about stakeholders,
Yes.
people in this recycling business, in the industry.
Yeah.
So what are your plans? I hope you are not letting too much out
Out
of
of
the bag.
that,
Yes.
well, of course, as a filmmaker, first of all, there's something we call film festival run for film. It has especially for films that are impact driven, because the film festival gives you communities of stakeholders, people who are interested in that film. Let's say, for instance, your film is about climate change. As much as it is for the public, you still also want, a body of people who are actually interested, who are, as I said, the word is still stakeholders in that. So of course, I'm going to have some festival runs, take it submitted to some festival, but because of the desire for this, definitely it's going to go. Or after the premiere, I would be releasing it on YouTube, and of course push it to stations, broadcasting channels who would also like to have it, and just make sure that it's disseminated as widely as possible. Of course, I can't control that. I don't think I can control how viral or accepted it will go, but I'm just creating something, and then I'm hoping that, okay, once I've created, I push it out there, and then the society accepts it. But of course, definitely, YouTube was my primary platform. It's going to be on my YouTube channel, HO3D Studios, and then some channels that we have relationship with, TV channels. We'll send it to them, and film festivals as well. I'm also hoping that we can have like a Lagos screening at hand in different places like that, and then maybe university environment. All that will come up in the coming year. But the first step is just to have a premiere. A premiere tells you, okay, this movie is ready for the world, and then after that, we take it out.
If you are planning to take this to a place like Lagos, I also look at a place like Port Harcourt and even Abuja.
Yes.
Accra. Are you looking at getting some sponsorship?
Of course, that would that would be very, very, very much helpful. You know, it's not an easy work. It's not something that one can achieve, you know, on your own. But personally, I'm not. Okay, I don't have that strength. But what I believe so much is in, I believe so much in giving people something to see. You know, don't just talk, move, action. So I've done I've done my part. You know, of course I've created something that has value, and then um pursuing, of course, after the premiere we have some plans also to send it to some places and secure, you know, solicit for some support. But I also believe that if the work stands the test of time, if it's great in itself, it's something that can attract, you know, I mean, for instance, if the government comes, who says that, you know, if someone like the Minister of Information sees this, he himself cannot be, if he's thrilled about it, if he buys into the vision, the government also has their own strength and weight that they can pull on it and put on it to, you know, have make sure that this is something that is seen by people in the states, and you know, we are and they can take certain steps to implement some of the things
I
we
think,
have.
in fact, National Orientation Agency
Agent,
comes in here.
yes.
Yeah. Are you working with them? Are you
Yes, we
trying
are
to reach them?
inviting, we are trying to reach them as well, to invite them, and we're working on that. And I believe that even if they cannot make the premiere, definitely we will still reach out to them and make sure that they see this work and buy into it.
Okay. Adremi Davis ní àlejò mi lórí ètò tí a pè ní exclusive interview. Àtijọ́ ń ṣe ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ lórí àfihàn sinimá tí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe tí a pè ní premiere. Ó máa fi hàn àwọn èèyàn, ó máa kọ́kọ́ fi máa ṣe àfihàn ẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí fún àwọn èèyàn láti rí fíìmù yìí. Mo fẹ́ kí Rẹ̀mí ṣàlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọn ò gbóyìnbó púpọ̀, àfẹ́ntorí nǹkan tó ṣe lórí fíìmù yìí, ìdí tó ṣe gbé fíìmù yìí jáde, nǹkan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú gbogbo aráàlú ni. Olóyìnbó ni o, oní Yorùbá ni o, àgbàlagbà ni, ọmọdé ni o, Ìgbò ni o, Haúsá ni o, Yorùbá ni o, everywhere. Yàtọ̀ sí yẹn, káàkiri àgbáyé ni nǹkan tí fíìmù yìí dá lórí ló wà. Ṣùgbọ́n ní Nàìjíríà wà ní báyìí, a rí pé àwọn tí a máa ń pè ní bambola wọ́n ti wà káàkiri, àwọn tó máa ń ṣàgolo, ṣàkíní, ṣàdá, àwọn tó ń ṣàdọ̀tí. Ojú tá a máa fi ń wò wọ́n, ojú wípé wọ́n àwọn tí wọ́n wúlò ni. Ṣùgbọ́n Adremi nínú sinimá tó fẹ́ fi hàn yìí, ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ibi wà, èrè wà nínú ibi. Èrè wà nínú ibi. Wípé àwọn tó ń ṣàgolo, ṣàdọ̀tí tá à ń sọ yìí, tá a dẹ̀ ń fojú kan wò, tá à ń look down on them, àǹfààní tó ń ṣe fún ìlú ó pọ̀. Adremi, gbà lẹ́nu mi.
Ẹ ṣé gan sà. Yorùbá mi lè máa dán mọ́rán púpọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n màá gbìyànjú. Àkọlé documentary yẹn, sinimá, iṣẹ́ àgbékalẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn ni Bambola. Ó dẹ̀ dá lé lórí àwọn tí bí a ṣe ń ṣe, ó dá lórí plastic waste, ìyẹn ike, àwọn ìdọ̀tí ike kákàkiri tá a máa rí kákàkiri. Nǹkan ńlá ni ní gbogbo àgbáyé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí, ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé pollution ńlá ló ń fà, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ike àdúgbò lè máa lọ, nǹkan tẹ máa bá àwọn èèyàn wọn bọ́ ṣe, ẹlòmíì á mu omi tán, á mu drink, á ju kí ẹ̀ sí orí títì bẹ́ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ máa ń padà fa wàhálà. Òun ló máa ń dí ojú gọ́tà, ó máa dí ojú àgbàrá, àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àti pé
jẹ́ kí n sáré cut ẹ̀. N fẹ́ ṣe enlightenment kan fáwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ìkan tí à ń sọ nípa ike ni pé ike ò kí ń
yọjọ, kò ń jẹrà
ike ò kí ń jẹrà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ bá ju ike sínú gọ́tà, tí ẹ jù sínú àgbàrá, ike máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ó máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ for 200 years.
Ó máa
wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ bá kò dàbí ewé, kò dàbí pépà. ìdí nìyẹn tí ike fi jẹ́
wàhálà ńlá ni
ní gbogbo àgbáyé.
ẹ ṣe gan saifa ibi nǹkan kókó gangan lẹ mú jáde yẹn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni o mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ mọ̀ ara wàhálà industrialization ni máa ṣe é pé ìgbà tá a dàgbà tá a bá fẹ́ ra oúnjẹ ṣe bá máa ń gbé abọ́ wa lọ ra oúnjẹ ni a dẹ̀ máa gbé wálé ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀làjú àti advancement náà ló mí pé ok máa lo plastic take away one single use ẹlòmíì á dẹ̀ fi jẹun lẹ́ẹ̀kan báyìí ó ti sọnù nìyẹn ẹ̀kọ́ tó fi jẹ oúnjẹ yẹn ìwọ rò bóyá ike yẹn tó fi jẹun yẹn ike yẹn máa wà títí ayé ni kò ní jẹrà so nǹkan tí solution nìyẹn wá ni pé wọ́n máa ń pe kíní kan ní recycling ìyẹn ni wípé wọ́n máa ń yọ gbogbo ike ṣe é yọ láti fi ṣe ìmíì so wọ́n lè yọ ike yẹn ò lè jẹrà ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n lè yọ wọ́n á sọ di rọ́bà padà láti fi ṣe ìmíì so recycling yẹn ó wà important nítorí pé ike gbogbo ike tá a ti create nsìn yìí bọ́n ṣe máa wà títí ayé kò ní padà sínú kò wà degradable kò ní padà sínú environment ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tá a lè ṣe ni pé ká máa recycle lẹ̀ so that a máa lò wọ́n á máa tún lò fún ìmíì now àwa rí i pé okay kíní yẹn recycling yẹn ó ti wá ń di díẹ̀díẹ̀ nàìjíríà náà àti ń adopt àti ń fà mọ́ra àti ráwọn ilé iṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ táwọn ń ṣe nàìjíríà àwọn gba ike wọn á tún yọ láti fi produce ike tuntun ni ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò lè dá iṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe wọ́n nídìí ike táwọn èèyàn ti lò ìyẹn waste plastic ìtẹ́ ẹ ti lò sílé yẹn òun náà lè gbọ́dọ̀ kó padà sọ́dọ̀ wọn àwọn tó wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn primarily ni àwọn tá à ń pè ní bambola yìí àwọn tẹ máa ń fojú di àwọn ọmọ tẹ máa rí tó ń gbé àpò káàkiri àdúgbò táṣọ wọn dọ̀tí tó ń ṣa ike káàkiri nínú gọ́tà nínú ìdọ̀tí nínú ike ìdọ̀tí yín ẹ̀yin rò bóyá nuisance ni wọ́n ẹ rò bóyá ẹni tí ò ní iṣẹ́ ṣe ni wọ́n in táàmù ní pé táwọn boys yẹn ò bá sí kò sí recycling industry tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo ike yẹn dẹ̀ kò sí ni ó máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
má ti bẹ́ tán torí nǹkan tó wà nù fíìmù yẹn nìyẹn.
nǹkan tó wà nù fíìmù yẹn gangan dáfẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá wò nìyẹn wípé iṣẹ́ táwọn pípù yìí ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ńlá ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò wọ́n tẹ̀ ń fojú di wọ́n yẹn pé àwọn ọmọ ìdọ̀tí yẹn nǹkan tó ń ṣe nǹkan tó máa fara àti ó ń ṣàǹfààní fún èmi àti yín ni torí orí àti yìí ni gbogbo wa jọ ń gbé plastic dẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ń di wàhálà ní fún heart torí kò lè padà sínú heart bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe dá gbogbo nǹkan láyé naturally everything gbọ́dọ̀ padà sínú ilẹ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n kí o lè padà àwa èèyàn náà kí la máa ń ṣe téèyàn bá ṣaláìsí wọn á dá padà sínú ilẹ̀ tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ máa padà síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ rí pé after some years ẹ̀ ní bá ẹnìyẹn níbẹ̀ mọ́ ó ti di ilẹ̀ padà ṣùgbọ́n ike ò lè dilẹ̀ mọ́ ike ò lè dilẹ̀ mọ́ láéláé so gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá kó gbogbo ke tá a ti ṣàlàyé tó máa lọ kó síbì kan ó máa fẹ́ẹ̀ tó orílẹ̀-èdè kan wọ́n ní ike tí nàìjíríà ń lò lásán ó máa cycle ó nígbà tí mo ń kà nípa ẹ̀ ó máa lọ round the earth ó máa lọ round earth kẹ́ lè mọ nǹkan tá à understand gbogbo adẹ̀rẹ̀ àmàrà oúnjẹ ẹ̀ máa jẹ́ tọ́ba ẹ̀ tọ́kẹ́ ẹnu ẹ̀ mu soft drink ẹ̀ sọ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ lójú àmọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ so recycling yẹn àwọn boys tó wá ń ṣe tíṣẹ́ yẹn ni pé àwọn ọmọ tá a máa rò tó ń ṣàkí yẹn àwọn ló ń feed recycling industry wa ní nàìjíríà so bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ní àwọn unfortunately àwọn kan wá fi ń jalè àwọn kan fi iṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe wọ́n fi ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ ibi a sì lè sọ pé òótọ́ sì nìyẹn náà a lè deny a lè sẹ́kì kò ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n èmi wá fi pé ṣá máa wá sọ pé torí àwọn èèyàn burúkú kọ̀ọ̀kan ká wá pa iṣẹ́ ńlá báyẹn ká wá parẹ́ tán ni torí
àtẹ̀tí rí náà pé níbo ni ò sí àwọn
èèyàn burúkú nínú àárín iṣẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ gbẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹni nínú iṣẹ́ amòfin gan àwọn agbẹjọ́rò gan àrí àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń da kéèsì rú
nínú iṣẹ́
òfin
iṣẹ́ ọlọ́run
ara àwọn bá dẹ́ẹ̀kì so
wọ́n lè rí àwọn tó ń ṣalẹ̀ yìí ẹni tó ń ṣalẹ̀ a lè expect kó wọ àrán
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
a lè expect kó wọ
aṣọ suit
aṣọ ìdọ̀tí náà
aṣọ ìdọ̀tí ló máa torí iṣẹ́ ìdọ̀tí ló ń ṣe
ibi kí àwọn máa rò pé mechanic
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
ìdọ̀tí ṣùgbọ́n owó tó ń pa ń kọ́
owó tó ń pa bí àǹfààní tó ń ṣe tọkọ ẹ bá bàjẹ́ títí ṣé o lè dá ṣe ni o need mechanic so àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a fi iṣẹ́ ìgbéjáde pé káwọn èèyàn lè wá rí kán rí kíní yẹn láti ká wò from the angle of àwọn boys ká wò láti báwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ báwọn lọ ṣe rí iṣẹ́ yẹn àwa ń rí wọn láti ta pé olè ni wọ́n ọ̀daràn ni wọ́n oníṣẹ́ ìdọ̀tí ni wọ́n ẹ má lè kọ́ wọnú àdúgbò wa àfẹ́ wọnú àdúgbò wa ṣùgbọ́n ta ló máa sọ ìtàn wọn láti ọ̀dọ̀ ara wọn ta ló máa gbẹ́jọ́ tí wọ́n rò pé ìta ń ṣe yìí òun mà lélẹ̀ ìta gbé káàdì tá a gbé yẹ̀wò nínú iṣẹ́ documentary yẹn nìyẹn.
Thank you. Now let's now talk about the exhibition itself, the premiere. When is it coming up?
It's coming up on the 16th of December. That is next week Tuesday.
Oh.
Kama so big the Tuesday tó ń bọ̀ yìí next week Tuesday and it's going to be happening at the National Museum of Unity Aleshinloye Ibadan. The National Museum, I've been so graced to have a working relationship with them, and so this they are partnering with us on this, and the museum is under the leadership of the current curator head curator, Mrs. Pamela Otuka. She's very vibrant. She's doing a whole lot to make sure that the museum is not just one place, that you just see as just like, no, the museum is coming out now to be a part of a lot of things. And so, when I told her about this, she was so excited that this is what they also stand for, pushing works like this, works that bring social transformation, social impact, and social change. And so we partner with them, and then this premiere will be, and the exhibition will be happening at the National Museum of Unity, Aleshinloye, Ibadan, on the 16th of December, next week Tuesday, by 4 p.m.
4 p.m. And you
it is strictly by invitation.
Sọ ní Yorùbá fáwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n
wọ́n
mọ̀ pé àwọn tẹ́
wọ́n ti mọ̀ra wọn.
wọ́n mọ̀ra wọn, àwọn olóyìnbó ni òṣùwọ̀n ẹ̀ sọ náà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
tábà tiẹ̀ wá ráwọn tó jó ní Yorùbá àwọn èèyàn wa náà o tí ẹ̀ ń bá wa kàn ti ẹ̀rìn wá àti ẹ̀ pé bákò nígbà tí ẹ̀ ń plan kìíní yìí ẹ̀ fún wọn sí wọn wá sínú ọkàn yín pé ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà ní pàtó lè kú ṣùgbọ́n ṣé ẹmọ tó yẹ kí n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ a rí àwọn tó yẹ pé a lè sọ pé local people so to say ọ̀tán ní owó Ọlọ́run lè ṣojú wọn sí pé ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ dá recycling business sílẹ̀. Mo rántí pé mo mẹ́nìkan nígbà kan ní area Orogun nìbàdàn tó yẹ pé ẹni ẹ̀ wọ́n máa fabricate nǹkan tó pọ̀ gan equipment engines oríṣiríṣi mi ò fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹni yẹn púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n nítorí mo mọ̀ wọ́n dáadáa tá a bá sọ pé irú ẹni báyìí ló ṣe nǹkan báyìí tẹ́ bá dé factory wọn ní Orogun ó ní agbára so a lè rú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè wò pé dísìn ni òótọ́ nìkan tí kìíní tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí ó pé wọ́n lè máa recycle kìíní. And I think the recycling business can be done as a small business, not so.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó wà káàkiri. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ bá lè encourage ẹ̀. So ìkíni ṣe ń pọ̀. Àwọn amáyétọ́ tí wọ́n máa lò ó jẹ́ pé wọ́n á máa recycle ẹ̀.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ló tiẹ̀ ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ takuntakun ní nǹkan mẹ́ta ni. It's called reuse, recycle, and it's called 3 hours. Àwọn ọ̀nà tí a lè fi gbà solve plastic waste challenge yẹn pé ìkíní ni recycle, ìkejì ni pé a lè tún ike yẹn lò pé okay tó bá ra oúnjẹ gbìyànjú láti make sure pé àwọn kéétì bóyá o ra mayonnaise àbò àwọn kéèyàn o lè tún lò máa fi wá nǹkan ṣe nínú ilé ẹ kó lè wúlò kó sì máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ ẹ má bọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ọdún àwọn èèyàn máa ń pè wọ́n ní single use plastic ìyẹn ni government ṣe bá ní styrofoam lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wípé wàhálà tí yẹn tiẹ̀ ti dálẹ̀ ìyẹn pọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n plastic so a lot of people tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn ti wà tọ́tẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa ń rí àwọn míì tí wọ́n máa ń repurpose ẹ̀ àwọn míì máa ti rí pé bí adi àwọn tó wà creative tó jẹ́ pé waste wọ́n á fi waste yẹn wọ́n á fi sọ di art àti ra ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn tó máa fi sọ di art àwọn míì ń ṣe mo lẹ́nìkan tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rá pure water torí plastic náà nìyẹn náà àwa là plastic ò ń ṣe ike nìkan rọ́bà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ America plastic ló ń pe nylon tó bá lọ sí shopping mall wọ́n á ní kó fáwọn ní plastic táwọn máa fi so àwọn máa ń lo ọ̀rá pure water wọ́n máa fi ń ṣe bí òwú tó máa dà mọ́ òwú tó fi ń rán aṣọ garment wọ́n fi ń ṣe bag wọ́n fi ń ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ just to make sure pé wọ́n integrate plastic yìí wọnú society padà in another way repurposing plastic you're reusing repurposing so àwọn èèyàn wà tó ti ń ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn dáadáa tó dẹ̀ pé ó tiẹ̀ ní mọ̀ kékeré náà ni ẹlòmíì wà very creative wọ́n dẹ̀ máa mọ́ ọmọ bó ṣe ń fi ṣe different things so gbogbo wọn náà ni à ń pè ní stakeholders gbogbo wọn la irú èmi sì mo lẹ́nìkan náà bẹ́ẹ̀ tán lára àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tí I invite fún kínní then irú àwọn tó tún ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn gbẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti sọ àwọn tó jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní dípò ibi tó máa ń kó táwọn bá ń bọ̀lá yẹn máa ń kó kéyẹn sí àwọn tó ń ra ike yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn irú kan náà àwọn ibi tí mo ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí Remark and Sons International àwọn yẹn wà ní Kuala iṣẹ́ táwọn náà ṣe nìyẹn ẹnìkan ní wọ́n dẹ̀ inú ọgbà wọn ilẹ̀ yẹn àwọn náà máa ń gbà lọ́wọ́ táwọn bá ti rà lọ́wọ́ àwọn bambula yìí àwọn máa wá ta àwọn ta fún àwọn the bigger companies tó chain of different chain of kínní ni àwọn yẹn máa tún ní àwọn táwọn tó ń supply tó jẹ́ kí àwọn yẹn lọ tún ń gbà káwọn yẹn tó ṣe wá gbé lọ sí àwọn companies tó ń ṣe tó máa yọ tó máa ṣe recycling yẹn gangan so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bẹ́gẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ní nǹkan téèyàn lè ṣe ni téèyàn lè look into tó dẹ̀ wà lucrative ni just like àwọn ọmọ tá à ń sọ iná ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà economic advantage làwọn náà rí bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n rí pé òkè inú tí n bá lè ṣàdọ̀tì tí n bá ṣa kílò kan wọ́n á tà fún mi màá tà níye báyìí òkè nítawọn náà dẹ̀ fi ń survive nìyẹn wọn ò dẹ̀ tọrọ wọn ò jalè wọn ò dúró káwọn máa ṣe tọrọ báyà títì wọ́n ṣe kí ni wọ́n mẹsẹ̀ wọ́n bára ẹsẹ̀ wọn sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n á máa pò wọ́n dẹ̀ ń lọ káàkiri so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀nà ni a lè ráwọn tó bá rí ẹni tó wà interested pé òkè kí ló fẹ́ tán bá wá táyì bá wà á lè lé wọn padà á ṣílẹ̀kùn wá fún wọn náà ni wọ́n sì wá wọ́n á sọ títí wọn.
Okay. Thanks so much, Aderemi, for coming on this show.
Thank you, sir.
And, it's a pleasure and an honor for me to host you, and we look forward to this premiere coming up on the 16th of December 2025 at the National Museum
of Unity.
Aleshinoye. So that's the size of our package today on exclusive interview with Aderemi Davis on Here&There platform.